360 outlaw.
Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Got it.
41 Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Get it.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
Here we go. Here we go.
On second down now, it's Robinson, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
55, come on. Yeah, let's go set. Quick dash.
Come. Recon, 132 fighter. Roll out. Hey, orbit.
On first and 10, Cantrell. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Let him know. Check 4.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down. Shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is on 9-yard line.
Nice play, baby. Nice
It's
play.
a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Shit. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey. Watch the boot. Watch 52. Up. Here we go again.
Off the play fake, Williams. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. We got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Watch the pass. Watch the
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Williams looking for his running back, and he's got it. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Gonna give this time. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And the Broncos first down.
Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos nothing.
Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the run. Check 3. Check safety.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the flag. Let it go.
Now Williams from the gun, he'll throw. He's going deep for. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 14th touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. Jaguars. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you. 49, check 49, check 49.
He pitches it out. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Looking to throw. Williams. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Williams, off play action. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Williams now on third down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run. Robinson. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually broke that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Set. 60 outlaw. 6-6. Bullet high.
On second down now, it's Robinson, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, box drop.
Fires the mic.
Now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it, and out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Be careful.
On second down, it's Robinson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Williams to throw on second down. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On the run, it's Robinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The 40-yard line.
Check nickel. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Williams. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike 51.
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check 41. Record.
Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
25. Check 25.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, Alpha.
Check.
Let go.
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Robinson.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, Look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Hey, exit.
You got 4.
Five.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Now Williams looking to throw on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on third and long. Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, QB, come on.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Get it.
2nd and 11. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Topper!
41, Mike. 41.
Ready?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Set. 18 Gator.
Yeah, that's what I do.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Alert. 3 down. Joker. Hey, check 24. Check.
Five.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Check. 3 down.
Williams off the play fake.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't